Thou shalt develop his own work.
Every piece of work has positive and negatives.
Shalt not be afraid to question thine own paradigm.
Thou shalt cause others to think.
Thou shalt remember to actually look.
Shalt revive art.
Never disrespect another's artwork.
Thou shalt explore and appreciate artwork.
Thou shalt remember art isn't defined.
Thou shalt fight conformism.
Let your identity and personality reflect your work.
Shalt imagine often what the world would be were it not for the things we take for granted.
Thou shalt live for originality.
Thou shalt often look at things and ideas from another perspective.
Art unifies.
Shalt live for art.
Take pride in your artwork and yourself.
Which does not make intuitive sense to thyself.
Thou shalt be free.
Thou shalt never get distracted whilst working on his art piece.
Never underestimate an artist.
Shalt strive to make every aspect of a work contribute to the meaning.
Thou shalt find your own voice.
Thou shalt take chances.
Art is voluntary.
Shalt help the younger generation through his or her work.
Mistakes happen.
Thou shalt let emotions influence thy own work.
Thou shalt start from the roots.
Thou shalt never disregard or disrespect other forms of art.
Try new skills when crafting and creating your work.
Shalt let no emotions be felt in vain, for in every emotion is the result of an insight.
Thou shalt challenge society.
Thou shalt be kind even as you push your own boundaries.
Shalt work tirelessly.
Share your art.
And the perception of the work of others.
Thou shalt never let go of the art.
Thou shalt not copy another artist's idea.
Do not compare yourself or your work to other artists and their work.
Thou shalt strive to provoke thought.
Thou shalt acknowledge culture.
Thou shalt be open to new ideas.
Is a representation of the process.
Thou shalt create a meaningful artwork.
Never conceal your emotions.
Thou shalt never trace anything, but shalt always draw by hand.
Your art shall never be finished.
Thou shalt learn from the work of others.
Thou shalt use creativity.
Art challenges both the artist and the audience.
Thou shalt fight for his or her craftsmanship.
Never force your art.
Thou shalt accept thy own limitations.
Thou shalt not be able to define.
Have a purpose with your art.
Thou shalt always work toward improvement. Always tell a story with your art.
Create beautiful accidents.
Thou shalt engage the audience.
Thou shalt plan carefully before creating.
Thou shalt appreciate all forms of art.
Thou shalt balance simplicity.
Art is the process and entire experience.
Thou shalt inspire.
Thou shalt provide clarification when needed. Make art for yourself.
Thou shalt have not mass appeal or monetary gain as thy end.
Thou shalt be proud of all of your art.
A physical manifestation of the soul's energy. Embrace the ugly.
Thou shalt accept that creating is a continual process.
Thou shalt break boundaries.
Share your art.
Thou shalt comment on and not merely imitate the surrounding reality.
Thou shalt put 100% effort into each piece.
Thou shalt create with purpose.
Art is an artist's autobiographical limb.
Thou shalt never steal someone else's idea or work.
Art should be loved.
Thou shalt express fully. Find art you do not like.
Thou shalt be inspired and inspire.
Thou shalt deal with subjects of personal significance.
Thou shalt not be afraid of happy mistakes.
Public art effectively communicates all aspects of the artist's message.
Be proud of your work.
Thou shalt fall in love with his or her work rather than his or her salary.
Don't be afraid of a seemingly bad idea.
Thou shalt honor past work and the work of others.
Thou shalt never take credit for other people's work.
Thou shalt take time for art and practice techniques.
Thou shalt create with the inhibition of a child.
Art is the portal to transcendental experience.
Thou shalt be creative.
Thou shalt explore ideas.
Thou shalt be simple.
Art should be a reflection of a part of yourself.
Thou shalt plan your creations well.
Art is an inseparable element of the artist's identity.
Thou shalt appreciate his own work of art.
Thou shalt encourage thought.
Thou shalt find the self when lost.
Art is each artist's truth.